my heart. Don't wanna feel your touch like ice, tracing all my scars. Why is it hurt on the inside? It's unforgivable, but I forgive you every time. Hard to let it go, 'cause we're intertwined. I break you, you break me, but something about it makes it so, baby. Every piece keeps us together in the cold. I break you, you break me, holding our love
and welcome back to another weekend of Frontier Doubles League. Tonight, we have the Seagulls versus Penguins. On the desk here, I'm Cy Proc, and joined by me is Debbie. How you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm looking forward to this match. It's a pretty major match for for both teams, but I would say a little bit more for the Seagulls. This match has uh playoff predicaments going on here. The Seagulls, if they get this win, this is major for them in this playoff hunt. Um, I believe it's if they win three in a row, if they win out the rest of the season, they absolutely clinch playoffs without a doubt. So a win right here is really big for them.
Yeah, definitely. And I didn't realize that the Penguins were 6-1 coming into this series. I thought the Seagulls were doing better in this series or in this season. Sorry about that. But I thought the Seagulls were doing better when they have that power, that absolute force to be reckoned with Drax. I thought they had a better record, but definitely, I mean, the Penguins cannot underestimate them right now because if they do, it won't turn out pretty for them. But with that being said, Debbie, do we have predictions?
Ooh, this is gonna be a tough one. I know the Busy and Fluffy love to play aggressive, and that might prove a little bit troublesome for the Seagulls and with Reaper and Drax because I know they like to get some solo plays going on. They have a lot of mechanics, but if they don't have time and space on the ball, they might not have these same opportunities to get those plays going and those opportunities like available. So I I think I'm gonna go with the Penguins here, but I wouldn't be surprised if we go to a game 5 here. I've heard the Seagulls kind of have the Penguins number. They did beat them in this midseason mayhem, taking down I believe it was the Penguins A lineup.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna have to double down with you there. I'm gonna have to go with the Penguins as well. Definitely kind of scared that I said that slipped out of my mouth already because Drax scares me, and I've played a lot with him in the past. So definitely, definitely not gonna be an easy one for either team. So hopefully we do get that game or that series one game five. So we will see. We're gonna go ahead and get these guys into their respected teams, and I can't wait, Debbie. I mean, this is gonna be a series to watch, especially for everybody at home. Drax and Jorgen for the Seagulls and Fluffy Knight and Busy for the Penguins. So we'll see how this goes as we get into game one. Jorgen and Busy on the kickoff. Busy taking that into the Seagulls corner, but Drax is going to stop him very early on that ball. Busy coming back for a little bit of revenge, bumping Drax out of the way as Fluffy is going to take that ball, try to put that mid, but it's straight into Jorgen. Busy getting to the ball first, putting that straight into Drax. Drax taking it up the sidewall, deciding not to. He's going to flick that over one, but Busy's there, putting that straight up into Fluffy, actually. What a pass coming from him, but Drax is going to cut Busy off, and that's a free net. An overcommit coming from the Penguins, but can Drax finish it? No! A weird touch off of the sidebar, and it just can't go in for him as Busy's going to get that 50, but that's going to go straight to Drax, giving him possession. Drax messes up a little bit and gives Fluffy the free challenge as Jorgen's going to take that ball off the sidewall, getting it over Busy. Drax and Fluffy going for the ball, but Fluffy's just going to put that straight over him. Going for the air dribble. That's on target. Can Jorgen get the save? Yes, he does. Jorgen going off the sidewall, taking possession, taking a little bit of time, but he passes that straight down to Busy, and it's going to give them goal one of the game one.
Yeah, and it's kind of unfortunate for the Seagulls. They had an early opportunity, but right here, Jorgen looking to take it downfield, gives up a little bit of possession, and Drax is caught a bit out by Busy, and the Penguins are going to go up 1-0 with about 3 minutes or 3 minutes 50 seconds left in game one.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't know if you've noticed, but it seems like Drax is not playing to potential right now. I know we're only a minute in, and oh my God, Busy just putting another one in the back of the net. That he's definitely going to be one to look out for this series. But as I was saying, Drax it seems like he's not playing to his potential right now. He's kind of I guess he's trying to get them game one jitters out. He's whiffing a little bit more than I'm used to seeing him.
Yeah, I always like to think of game one as a feeler game. It's a way for both teams to kind of like feel each other out, see how each other play out, and make adjustments going into the next game. And I think that's what's going on here as Drax is able to sneak one past Busy. I don't think Busy saw that one coming. Expected maybe a little bit of a shot, but expected it close near post. But Drax goes far post, and Fluffy isn't able to catch the save there. Penguins still leading 2-1.
Yeah, and that's not what you want if you're the Penguins. You don't want to let Drax catch even a little bit of a spark, because if you do, you're gonna be regretting it later. As Jorgen's gonna take his time with this one. He has all the room in the world, but Busy challenging him when he least expected it. Busy beating over the last defender, and Fluffy's gonna put that into the back of the net, and Jorgen cannot recover. 3-1 with 3 minutes and 14 left.
Yeah, Busy getting a great touch here, allowing Fluffy to have pretty much an entire net to shoot at. Jorgen comes in a little bit out of position, and Fluffy's able to sink it past or sink it behind Jorgen, and Jorgen wasn't able to get to it with the awkward backflip here. As Drax looking to center, he gets a flip
Oh,
reset. Oh, Jorgen! Oh my! Wow.
wow.
Looks like Fluffy went for the early the early challenge there, but wasn't able to get the ball away from Drax before his flip reset, and Jorgen's able to capitalize against a Busy who's flat-footed. We have a close game right here, Sype.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think the Penguins are expecting the Seagulls to play. You know what? No offense to the Seagulls, but I'll say it. They're playing very slow for an expert league matchup right now, and I don't think the Penguins are expecting it. But hey, that's playing to their advantage right now because they brought this game within one goal once again. So we'll see what they can do. Maybe they speed it up and try to match them to catch the Penguins off guard. But right now, it seems like the slow play is actually not doing too bad for the Seagulls. So we'll see what they do as a pass coming upfield, but I believe that was Jorgen that just could not catch up to it. Busy with time, gets it over one, going for it again, but Jorgen's going to back off and let him take his time as that goes into the back wall. Fluffy Knight's up for that, but he puts that to the left of the goal. Passing straight to Busy, but a 50 coming out from Drax, and that puts that ball straight back into midfield. We'll see what Busy can do here. Very soft touch. I think he wanted a little bit more power off that. I think it was aiming for the backboard, but just hit that with the wrong part of his car as Fluffy's going to take that to the corner. Drax 50'd early, but an overcommit coming from Jorgen, and that gives Busy the free open net.
Oh my, and I think this is that pressure that we're there, or that speed and aggression that we were talking about. The second that ball popped out, Busy was up for it, and I believe that was Jorgen just couldn't catch up, and unfortunately he was beat to that, and Busy was able to sink another goal down for the Penguins.
Yeah, and down to against this Penguins team is not what you want in game one because you're going to give them the momentum that they need to carry it out. So we'll see how the Seagulls respond. Maybe they play a little bit smarter and try not to go for anything that crazy. But as I'm talking, Track just buries one in the back of the net going Mach speed. A beautiful pass from Jorgen. And
Yeah,
we
looks
have a
like
game here.
Busy. Yeah, looks like Busy was thinking that ball maybe was gonna bounce straight down, but instead, or maybe he just went a little bit too fast, misread the ball, and Drax had all the time in the world to sink that.
Yeah, and here we go. A minute and 30 left in this game. The Seagulls only down one. It seems like they keep getting stuck in this position every time this happens. They get scored on by the Penguins to give them a 2-goal lead. And I was gonna say maybe they can change the storyline, but Busy showing that the story remains true for as of right now. They take a 2-goal lead with a minute and 30 left to go right now.
Yeah, Fluffy doing a lot of heavy work there. Looks for a pass out mid, gets a demo on his way, and then bumps Drax out of position. And Busy was able to just have a free shot at net to increase this lead for the Penguins 5-3. And if you're the Seagulls, you need to respond now if you want to have a chance of still walking away in game one with the victory here.
Yeah, most definitely. And I'll say if you're a Penguins fan, you're happy with how they're playing and you're happy that the Seagulls aren't playing to their potential. And oh my gosh, the Penguins almost getting a beautiful goal, but Drax just playing that counter attack play style and getting the free goal.
Yeah.
But if you're the Penguins, correct me if I'm wrong here, but Debbie, if I was in their shoes, I would not have went for that. I would play time right now. There's only a minute left. I mean, you don't go for crazy stuff like that if you're trying to win a game.
Well, who knows? No, Fluffy did have a phenomenal play right there, and maybe he was just feeling himself. Maybe he thought he could, maybe ego challenge a bit and something. And oh my,
I don't even know what happened. Um, Fluffy is just too good. Oh, Drax. He
yeah,
thought Jorgen had the ball and he was gonna rotate into it. Just did not work out for him.
yeah, that's
It's
unfortunate if you're the Seagulls. Yeah, they needed to respond. They finally did, but it seems like every single time they score a goal, the Penguins score one right back. Maybe we'll see a little bit of a change going into game two. But
oh, oh no.
I was about to say the Seagulls still have a chance to tie this up, but Busy's looking at an open net, no Seagull defenders in his way. He's gonna put that on target every single time.
Yeah, and in this situation, I've been in this situation plenty of times. Trust me, I'm not good at this game, so it makes sense. Um, but if I'm the Seagulls right now, I don't even try to go for the win here. I try to get a goal back to get that momentum swinging our way. Maybe take some momentum out of this, out of the Penguins. Maybe embarrass them in this, the final 20 seconds of this game. So you get a little bit of momentum. But if you're passing to them like that, it just seems like the Seagulls don't really have. Uh, Rotation right now. That's what's killing them because the Penguins, they just have free shots, free shot after free shot, and that's not what you're looking for. And Drax is going to dribble this away from net, maybe just trying to get this game over with to get it into game two. And game one goes to the Penguins. Uh, on paper, this was supposed to happen, but I'm not going to lie. I thought Drax and Jorgen could have put up a bit of a better fight.
Yeah, sorry. I have to agree. I think it was kind of close for a while. Penguins managed to sneak another goal in, and then after that, the Seagulls kind of felt that pressure of like, all right, we need to come back, we need to score a few goals, and they started upping that aggression. But unfortunately, it led to some mistakes that the Penguins were able to capitalize on. Specifically, Busy. I mean, looking at him, he has 900 points right now, 5 goals off of 8 shots. That's pretty good accuracy, and and I think that's based off of the Seagulls like additional aggression there towards the end of the match. They felt they felt like they needed to score, and like I said, it led to additional mistakes that maybe maybe they could have avoided uh earlier in the game. So I'm hoping that going into this second game that the Seagulls are able to lessen those mistakes and play how they were playing earlier in order to keep this game and series a little bit closer.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. The the Penguins defense wasn't even the best. They saved one of the four goals. They had one save. So it's not even that their defense is insanely good. It's just the Seagulls that they're not putting the shots on target that they need to bring themselves back in this game. They just have to take higher percentage shots and ultimately go for it. Because if you sit back against this Penguins team, you'll see what they'll do. They'll put up 11 shots on you and shove it in your face. As we get into game two, here we go. Busy's taking that ball up into the backboard, but Jorgen, he's going to put that ball off target. Straight back into the mid, though, for Fluffy. Fluffy cannot capitalize on that one early. As Busy's going to get a bit of a weird pinch, passing that straight to the Seagulls, and Jorgen's going to take goal one with 30 seconds gone in this game. That's the momentum that the Seagulls needed. Alrighty, there we go. As we get back into this, sorry about that, everybody. Off of the kickoff, this is gonna go into the Seagulls half. Jorgen gets that over Fluffy. It's a 1v1 right now. The other one's not back, and oh my gosh, what is Jorgen eating in between games? Because right now he is playing beautifully, and that's two amazing flicks over both defenders. What can you do if you're the Penguins? You try to get some momentum back because oh my, 4 minutes and 23 left in this game, and the Seagulls are already up two. That's just a slap in the face or the Seagulls are up to. I think that's the Penguins. Maybe not. I don't know. It's been a day, but wow, that's a slap in the face to the Penguins. Because I mean, if you're the Seagulls, you're feeling good. You know that first game was just a filler. You were just trying to get back on track, and now it's just the Penguins. They have to figure something out. They have to get that goal, that icebreaker, because it's the Seagulls right now that are showing up, and Jorgen is taking that lead role in in the Seagulls lineup, and oh my God, a pass into the middle coming from Drax, and just a beautiful shot from Jorgen, putting that in the bottom right corner, away from both defenders. Seemed like Fluffy was trying to get a desperate save, and Busy just was not ready for it. But 3 minutes and 51 seconds left. 3 goals to 0 for the Seagulls, and make that, no, don't make that 4 goals to 0. What a save coming out from the Penguins. Holy mackerel. Busy taking that ball up the sidewall, putting that off the backboard, but Drax is going to get the clear out into midfield. Pinches that under Fluffy. Oh my gosh, we are seeing a completely new Seagulls team, and the Penguins do not know what hit them so far. 3 minutes and 30 left to go, and they're down 3. Holy, definitely a new team that we've seen. Not used to seeing something like this happen. Because first game the Penguins were so dominant, and now the Seagulls coming back, and now you can put them up 4 goals to 0. Half the game left to go. Or no, 2 minutes gone in the game. There we go. We'll correct ourselves just to be careful, because I've played Rocket League for 4 years and I don't even know how long the games last, but it's okay. 4 goals to 0, and the Seagulls are up with 3 minutes left to go in this game, as Drax is going to put that into the Penguins' corner. Busy's going to clear that back out towards midfield, but Jorgen's going to cut it off early. As a 50 goes in the Seagulls' favor, but that's going to put it straight into Fluffy as he takes that up the wall. Can't get another touch, but Busy is there to pick it up. Busy beats the last defender, but into the sidewall as he goes off the same sidewall. But Jorgen, what a 50 or a dunk going straight into the Penguins' half, and that's a pass mid. But Busy gets the clear back into the corner. Both Penguins teams kind of scrambled a little bit. It seems like their rotation is kind of off, but who knows? As Drax almost gets the shot on net, but Fluffy blocking that ball before he could even get the chance to put that ball in net, as a demo coming up from Drax. Maybe the physicality messes up the Penguins, but no. Busy's going to be right there for the shot, and Drax gets the deflection straight into the midfield. Is almost a shot coming from Fluffy, and right now the Seagulls defense is just phenomenal. It seems like nothing gets past them, and they put the goals that they need to put in. They're just going in. That's still a 4-0 game right now. I'm not really sure what's going on with the Penguins, but I know what's happening with the Seagulls. They're scoring again as Drax buries that in the back of the net. 5-0. Holy cow. The Penguins, they need to find a solution quick, because if they do not, the Seagulls are going to run with this lead per se that they have, and it's not going to be a pretty game for the Penguins, or a pretty series, because right now the Seagulls, they're just taking this from a storm. And here we go, as Busy's going to put that into the corner. Gets cleared right back out the midfield, though. Drax going for an early 50, getting a little bit cocky, and Fluffy's going to take that in the corner, but Jorgen's there to try to clear that out, and almost a shot coming off from the Penguins, but they can't get anything rolling right now. And this is nothing like game 1 that we've seen, as Drax is going to get the 50, passing to Jorgen. Jorgen going to try to put that one back mid, and oh no, the Penguins, they don't know what to do. It's 6-0 right now, and holy, a minute left to go. 6 goals to 0. What are the Penguins thinking right now? If I'm them, I'd do what the Seagulls had to do last game, try to get some momentum, but it seems like the Seagulls were playing with their food almost. It almost seems like they let the Penguins take that game 1, because right now there's just complete dominance from Drax and Jorgen. Holy cow. As Drax is going to clear that mid. I guess he knew Fluffy was going to be there for the save, so might as well get a little possession, but they go straight into the Penguins' hands, as Jorgen's going to put that back into the Penguins' half. He has the open net, but he leaves it, and Fluffy gets the save. And I'm going to give a bit of a mid-game stat report. 5 goals coming from Jorgen, and oh no. Oh no. The seventh goal goes in, and I believe that was off of a Penguins player. That was off of a Penguins player. Busy getting so unlucky, and just buries the ball in the back of his own net. Holy cow. But as I was saying, 11 shots coming out from the Seagulls and only 3 shots. And there goes the first goal. Oh no. Bad manners from the Seagulls. They wanted the Brazil, and you have a Brazil on stream. Giving up the stat, but it's okay because they got what they wanted. Holy cow. This has been a game for the Seagulls, and I'm not really sure where you go from here because right now it seems like it's kind of desolate for them. You got I mean, the Seagulls, they just have to come back out with the same energy. I mean, you're up 7-1 in this game, yes, but you got to come back into that game 3 and not let up. For the Penguins, they got to figure out what they're doing because right now it's just not looking good for them. I mean, down 6 goals and the game's I'll say it, the game's over because that ball is going to drop down and the Seagulls take game 2, the series 1-1 in a Brazil type fashion. Jorgen, he popped off that game and kind of led the Seagulls to the second game, but Drax coming in close behind, he had 2 goals, and that was just a beautiful game from the Seagulls. And if you're the Penguins, you got to fix something quick because if you don't, it's just not it's just not going to go well for you. Um, as of right now, we will see what we get ourselves into game 2 or into game 3. Sorry, uh, but definitely, uh, definitely looking to see the Seagulls come out with the same intensity and come after the Seagulls or come after the Penguins team. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my words today. Um, but definitely want to see the Seagulls come out with that intensity. And the Penguins, where did it go wrong for them? What do you do if you're the Penguins in this situation? I mean, you dominated in game 1. You were up 3 goals, but then you come out in game 2 and you're down 6. You get Braziled in game 2, and that's just not what you want. You have to you just have to come back at it with all force. I mean, what else can you do? You can't do much except just go for it. And we will see what they do in game 3. As here we go, we're getting into game 3. Everybody's in their respected teams. Here we go, countdown. We have Busy and Drax on the kickoff, going in the Penguins' favor, but Jorgen's going to collect that ball and try to pass it to Drax, but I don't think Drax is ready for it. He's going for a little bit of physical play. As Busy is going to intercept that ball and take that straight back into the Seagulls' half, getting the pinch off of Drax, but Drax is going to recover and put that right back into the corner where it came from. Fluffy trying to get a pass off the backboard to mess the Seagulls up, but no, Jorgen's there. Drax going to clear that ball into the corner. Jorgen passing that over to Drax around the defender, but Drax cannot get the second touch. As Busy is going to put that around the defender. Putting that on target, but Drax, he's just a brick wall. I mean, the second game, he was a brick wall, and it seems like he's starting out this game as a brick wall. Jorgen missing that ball. I'm not really sure what happened there. It seems like he got a little bit of a weird flip as Drax is going to get bumped off of it. Busy putting that straight down into Jorgen. Sorry about that. Jorgen going to try to flick again. Gets a late flick. Oh my gosh. I've seen that move get deadly a little bit. As Drax is going to put that into the corner, centering that ball for Jorgen. Fluffy a little late to clear that, but he still gets it. Jorgen going off the corner wall. But the Penguins just clearing that straight back out into Drax. Drax putting that mid. Oh no. Oh, and Jorgen could not get back to that ball. Fluffy Knight clears that into the Seagulls half. Misses the second touch though. So all that effort for nothing as Drax is going to put that ball into the corner. Fluffy Knight getting a bit of a demo. I mean, what can you do? You got to try different things out. I guess go for the demo and see if that works. And it seems like it let up a little bit of pressure, but not much as Jorgen's back in the play, putting that ball mid, but gets intercepted by Fluffy there. As Drax is going to put that ball into the, into the Penguins half. Fluffy Knight taking that ball mid, putting it past Jorgen. Jorgen's completely out of boost, but so is Fluffy. Picks up the full boost, passing that mid. Oh no, but Busy cannot finish that ball off. That is not what you want. Uh, Debbie, what are your thoughts on this series so far? I mean, the first game we see the Penguins do insanely well, and there goes Busy. There's the icebreaker. But in the second game, we see a Brazil coming out from the Seagulls. I mean, that's not what anyone expected.
And I think we have to credit that to the Seagulls' increase in aggression, and we even saw it here. They put a huge amount of pressure onto the Penguins, and it really made the Penguins awkward. It made them waste boosts, and they were unable to like play that same play style that were playing before. And I think it's really to the benefit of the Seagulls right now. And now we're seeing the Penguins kind of struggle a bit. Never mind Caster's curse at work, Busy. He's just gonna grab the ball here, take control, see that Drax is retreating into net, and take full advantage to put the Penguins up 2-0. But back to what I was saying, the Seagulls had a tremendous amount of aggression, and we saw that here in this game. They were coming out full swinging. They had an insane amount of pressure on the Penguins. Unfortunately for the Seagulls, the Penguins did not crack, and instead they retaliated and proved some. It's like I just keep caster cursing myself. They had an insane amount of pressure. They just counterattacked the Seagulls twice in a row, but it looks like here the Seagulls managed to catch the Penguins slipping a bit, and they're able to bring the deficit down by one with about 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it seems like this is going to be a shootout. I mean, the Penguins seems like they're coming back a little bit, getting that momentum, but the Seagulls, I mean, they're still riding that high of a Brazil in game two that surprised us all. As Fluffy, oh my God, Fluffy puts that ball mid, and Busy is there to finish it. And I mean, this is looking like a little bit like game one. I mean, Penguins up 3-1. It's looking good for them. They're coming off that game too. Um, Honestly, I don't know if I could have had the mental to come off that game too, because getting Brazil sucks. But here they are; they're up 2 goals. Jorgen rotates a little weird. He's going to give Fluffy possession, going off the ceiling. Then he gets the 50. His Drax is going to try to touch that ball, but he got caught up a little bit. Caught up a little bit with Jorgen as he puts that into Busy. Jorgen's going to try to clear that ball out. Not really sure what he's going for. He's going for off the wall play. Gets it past both defenders, and there we go. Jorgen puts in the second goal for the Seagulls. Only a 1 goal game right now, Debbie. Do we see what happens? What happened in game one, or are we going to see the Seagulls actually come back instead of going back and forth with the Penguins?
I think we see the Seagulls tie up here. I think they settled down. Maybe they were getting a little bit nervous about the Penguins scoring, but it looks like Jorgen, the one-man army, was able to 50 everybody, and Drax beats Busy to the ball here in order to tie up the Seagulls here in game three, 3-3.
Yeah, and I had a thought earlier, and I couldn't think of it, so I didn't say it. But finally, you're relieved from the caster's curse. But I swear, in FDL, there's 3 people you don't want casting your game. It's me, Debbie, and KJ. We all seem to have the worst caster curse of everybody, and and showing today. I mean, you got cursed twice in a row, so we'll see. We'll see how the caster curse plays a role. But there goes Busy, and oh my God, when Busy gets rolling, you just cannot stop him. So I mean, if you let him get the slightest bit of momentum, he's just gonna flick on you like that and put the ball in the back of the net. Holy cow, Debbie! This game is gonna be a shootout to the end.
Yeah, if you're the Seagulls, you do not want to give Busy any time and space on the ball. If not, like we all just saw, he's gonna flick on you guys. He's gonna make sure that ball goes on target, or he's gonna make sure that that ball is centered, ready for Fluffy.
Has a little bit of mishap coming out from the Penguins, not really putting on any pressure, and they pass that ball mid, but no. Jorgen gets absolutely zero power on that ball. But Drax, oh my God, I did not think he was going to get back to that ball. Thought it was going to be a goal for the Penguins, but Drax taking that ball in the air, getting the flip reset. Oh, but he can't get back to the ball, and Fluffy puts that all away from him. Jorgen in the Penguins corner, putting that around one, but a nice pinch coming out from the Penguins. Straight to midfield, Busy going for the quick shot, and it goes in. I thought Jorgen had it, but Busy just puts on a deadly shot. Definitely a beautiful shot, and they're up 2 goals with 25 seconds. Now there's still time, but I don't know if the Seagulls can do it in 25 seconds.
Now, 2 goals in 25 seconds. It's possible, but you're probably going to need mainly kickoff goals, and that's not how you want a kickoff to be going if you're the Seagulls. But it's still possible. They're just going to need to score immediately. But as time dwindles down, it looks more and more like so the Penguins are going to be walking away with this game 3 victory here. And you know the Seagulls didn't perform badly. We had a tie game pretty much 0-0 for a majority of the game before the Penguins started opening up the scoring in the series, and then we had a little bit of a Seagulls response. I think we just need to see more of that action, that gameplay, that play style from the Seagulls, but throughout the game, they can't falter if they want to take down this Penguins roster.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, Debbie. I think Busy got a little bit upset about that. Brazil, he came out firing this game. He's 5 for 6. 5 for 6. I don't think some people realize how hard that is to do. 5 for 6, almost 100% shooting. That was just Busy. That was the game of Busy right there. The Seagulls didn't do bad, but I think that second game there, Debbie, I'm pretty sure that was just I think that was a Seagulls kind of surprising the Penguins because that first game the Seagulls were playing very slow, and then Drax and Jorgen opened up the field and played insane. They just started going off and playing as quick as possible. And in this game, I think saw it kind of level back out. So it's still any team series, but the uh the Penguins are on match point and the Seagulls have to win 2 in a row, so we'll see how they do in the rest of this series as we get everybody into their teams. As we get into game 4, the series is now 2-1 in favor of the Penguins, so we will see as Drax and Busy on the kickoff. That goes in the Seagulls' favor. Jorgen taking his time with the air dribble. So he tries to get that mid, but that's over both defenders and oh, he didn't put that in. Holy cow, it's a close one if you're a Seagulls fan. That's not what you wanted to see. Your heart stops for a second as Jorgen puts that ball into the right side, putting that on net, but Fluffy's going to be there for the easy save. Busy in rotation. He's going to get the weird touch back over to Fluffy, and they're going to put that back mid. Jorgen getting demoed for his troubles. Busy. He has the open net. Can he finish it past the defender? No, he cannot. And that demo did not work well for them. And oh no, Fluffy also missing wide. And the Penguins just can't get that first goal to save their lives. They had 2 chances there, and both chances were pretty much a waste. As Busy's going to take that ball, put it into the right side. Taking that off the side wall, he has full boost, putting that almost past Drax, but Drax putting that straight back into the corner. Jorgen gets beat out by his own possession, as Drax is going to put that off the back wall, but that's an overcommit coming from the Seagulls, but Jorgen gets back for both touches. Busy's going to try to put that in, goes for the 50, but Jorgen getting the better 50 out of the two. Fluffy putting that back into the corner. Busy going for the ball, but he whiffs, goes straight to the right of the ball, and that's just unfortunate. But right now, I mean, this is a pretty even game. But do we see the first goal? No, Fluffy can't put it in. Debbie, what is going on here? This is such a close game, and this is what we want in FPL.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really loving this really tense action. I'm at the edge of my seat right now, waiting to see who scores first. It seems like the Penguins have had the majority of opportunities right here, but they just haven't been able to close out. They're on the verge of it, but the Seagulls are just barely hanging on, and they've had their own opportunities, but not as threatening as the Penguins.
Oh,
As I'm speaking, Busy catches Drax in a 1v1, and he's able to flick it just to the perfect spot where Drax can't reach, and the Penguins take the lead 1-0 with 2:56 remaining on the board here in Game 4.
yeah, Debbie, and that's what you cannot let happen. Busy got that first goal that he needed to get that momentum back, and the Seagulls letting that ball go in made this game 20 times harder. But oh my God, the offensive almost came out from the Seagulls, but getting Busy started when the Penguins get him started, get him going, get him that first goal. The icebreaker per se, even though it's pretty ironic, he just goes off, and there's the second goal coming in from Busy. Debbie, I'm not gonna lie, I would not be surprised if this is just a an all-out goal fest for the Penguins. Because once you get busy started, it's very hard to stop him.
Like you said, once Busy gets going, there it's very hard to stop him. And right there with the little fake air dribble, he was able to draw. I believe that was Jorgen there, and just secure another goal for the Penguins, putting them up by two. And if you're the Seagulls, that at this point you you have to score. You have to score without a doubt. You can't let the Penguins continue riding this high and gain this momentum going into this game. You need to score back. You need to respond, and I think that aggression from earlier would definitely help because right now it seems like the Penguins are controlling the possession. They're being able to have all this aggression go kind of unchecked. They're feeling confident. Busy's feeling confident, and he's also dunking Jorgen. Uh, Jorgen caught a little bit awkward here. Gets probably not the touch that he wants. Looks for the follow up, but he's unable to make contact. And Busy's able to sink it in for the Penguins. 3-0 with about a minute and 53 left.
Yeah, and Debbie, like I said, I mean, I called that. As soon as you let Busy have one goal, you let him have about 20. There's just no stopping him, and he's so dominant in this league. Put him in RLCS, holy cow! But that's just that's insane that it's so hard to stop one player because right now, I believe he has all three goals if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and I'm not mistaken. He's 3 for 5, Debbie. Holy, I mean, what more can you do if you're the Seagulls? You just have to start demoing Busy. Take him out of the play because right now, Fluffy, and it's not even Fluffy's fault. He doesn't have a chance to go for the ball. Busy's just all over it, and he's already scoring by the time Fluffy gets to it. So we'll see what the Seagulls can do, but this is not the position you look to be in on match point. As Jorgen's going to take that ball into the sidewall, Fluffy putting that straight over to Busy off of the 50. Is he going to take his time on the sidewall? What can he do? He flips that straight into the back wall, but Drax is there to clear that back out to Jorgen. Do we see a passing play coming from the Seagulls? We kind of doing a mistake coming out from Fluffy, putting that straight into the attacker, but Busy's there to save him, and Fluffy puts that wide. Busy putting that into the corner. Back to Fluffy. Fluffy puts that straight back where it came from, but Drax is going to get the clear into the Penguins half. Straight to Busy, though, and that's an open net. I'm not really sure where Jorgen was going or what was going through his head there, but left net open. Gets back barely for the save as Drax is going to put that ball straight into Fluffy. And Debbie, correct me if I'm wrong, but this this is I think those three goals pretty much a nail in the coffin. I mean, the Seagulls just they can't get anything going. They're kind of panicking now that they're down 3-0 and oh,
Oh,
one for the road.
yeah, one for the road. Yeah, it really looks like after those three goals, the Penguins kind of just played they played to kill the clock right there, and really they all what they needed to do was keep up that aggression. And the Seagulls really had a tough time. They were stuck on defense a majority of that time. It was hard for them to get that offense going, and we didn't even see any response from them offensively until that last 5 seconds where they were able to sneak away a goal. But
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, we on paper the Penguins took this easy, but I will say the Seagulls. I mean, they put up their own fight. I wasn't expecting the Seagulls to get taken in 4 games, but I mean, hey, what can you do when you have a player like Busy just showing off for everybody? There's nothing much else you can do except or other than accept that that the Penguins are just a dominant team. I mean, that moves them to 7-1, and holy cow, Debbie, we saw an insane series for the first series of the night.
oh yeah, and like I said, this had some playoff some meaning for the playoff in the playoff hunt. Now with this win, I believe the Penguins. All right, so this puts the Penguins closer to clinching their conference. So, but the Seagulls losing this game, it doesn't mean they are out of the playoffs. they can still win two more games. They need to beat the Hydras, and then both the Hydras and the Dragons need to lose two games in order for the Seagulls to still make playoffs.
Yeah,
But
that's gonna be tough there, Debbie. I don't see the Hydras dropping 2 games anytime soon.
yeah, I mean at this point it's all in the Seagulls' hands. But I don't know about you, but I'm ready to interview some winning players from this series.
Me too, man. I'm ready.
Looks like we got the players here.
There we go. I'll let you have your questions first there, Debbie.
All right. First off, I want to congratulate you guys. Congrats on taking down the Seagulls. I know there were some questions out there. I heard some things about the Seagulls having given you guys a tough go prior to this match, even beating you guys in the midseason mayhem. Now, with that in mind, did that loom over you guys? Did you guys have any doubts or anything going into this match?
I'll answer because I was the one that played them. Not really any doubts. That game they came out swinging, and we knew that they were good, so we knew we had to focus up and actually get a warm up in.
All right, all right. And they were able to take it was game two off of you guys, and
Brazil.
they did it by a pretty tough score. Were you guys worried at all after that game about where the
Um,
series might head?
so basically what happened is I made the stupid idea to change to the Mustang car, okay? And that's kind of why we lost. If I was in the Octane, that wouldn't have happened. Just saying.
And finally, like even in those game three and game four, it looked like the Seagulls put up a little bit of a fight before you guys were able to open up the scoring and just kind of like run away with the games. Do you think that it was more so a fault of them or just you guys playing to your potential?
Maybe a
I
little bit of
think
both. I'll say first that you can go, but I think a
yeah.
little bit of both. We started maybe bumping a little bit more, getting in their head. They were getting a little angry. That caused them a little bit of mistakes, but I mean, other than that, they did pretty damn good.
In my opinion, I think it's because I completely changed my playstyle back to how I was playing in scrims. Um, I was playing pretty bad with the Mustang car. It affected my gameplay. And then the next game, I started, you know, playing ball chasing like I usually do, and it's just what works, I guess. Like I'm never gonna stop ball chasing ever again. No.
Okay, okay, Fluffy, the Octane main. I believe that's all the questions I got for now. Sype, you got some questions for these gentlemen?
Yeah, fluffy and busy, man of my words. Chase the ball and chase ball, hit ball, see ball, hit ball. I mean, my game style too, and maybe some of my teammates hate me for that, but it'll be all right. I mean, hey, it works, right? Um, what kind of a statement were you guys looking for? I mean, game one, you guys played phenomenal. You just trashed the Seal. I mean, they were playing slow, and you took advantage of that. Second game, a Brazil coming out from the Seagulls, but then game three. I mean, busy. You had 5 goals in itself. What happened in that game 3 that you guys kind of flicked that switch and said, "All right, we're not gonna let them have it."
Uh, Probably a little bit of a redemption from the mid-season mayhem after seeing them get the Brazil. Something clicked in my head and said, "No, not again. I want to go through that." So,
No, not again. Those are the famous words from Busy. Not happening again. And I'll ask you each one by one. We ask everybody this to, stir the cooking pot, especially getting close to playoffs. There's going to be a little bit of call outs or dramas. Busy, I'll ask you first. Anybody you're looking forward to play? Anybody you want to call out?
uh, whoever the winner of Hornets Colts is, that's who I want to see.
Fair enough. Fluffy, anybody you want to call out?
I wanna play the Hornets. They passed on me when I tried up for the team. So that's who I wanna play.
It's what you get for not picking him up. Other than that, I believe that's our final questions for the Penguins. Once again, congratulations to you guys. That is it for this series. We have another series at 10 o'clock. We have an Adept League matchup. Top of the line Adept League matchup, may I add. We have the Adept Griffins versus the Dragons, two of the top teams in Adept League. So we'll see you guys at 10. I've been Cyprock, that's been Debbie, and we'll see you guys at 10.
dancing in the shadows, waiting for new light, being with you. And this new sun rises upon us. A new sun rises, all we need. New sun rises upon us. A new sun rises, all we need. We can take our time now. We can take it slow. So many hours to go. I hanging on the moments, keep the love alive, being with you. And this new sun rises upon us. A new sun rises, all we need. New sun rises upon us. A new sun rises, all we need. Holding for the break of day. Don't look back, it's all the same. So many hours to go. We can take our time now. We can take it slow. So many hours to go.
What is up, beautiful people? My name is Audley. I'm joined here by my friend Blade, and we are here to watch some some interesting Adept League action for Season 5, Week number 9. We have the Dragons versus Griffins. Blade, how are you tonight, my friend?
I'm doing pretty good. I've had a pretty good day today, and I'm ready to watch some Rocket League. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well myself too. I'm really interested to see how these two teams play. Both looking to increase their records right now. Very very similar records. To the point where the the betting on the stream right now is pretty close to 50-50 last time I checked. But either way, that's exactly how I see this game panning out, being pretty close for sure. Now if you're ready to go, Blade, I think I'm
I'm
ready
ready
to
to
watch
go.
some. Excellent. I'm
Yeah,
ready to watch some Adept League action.
yeah, we'll get these guys into the lobby, and we'll get this game kicked off.
Man, I'm excited. Game number 1, Aqua Dome, best map there is. Hope everyone's having a good Friday night. How about yourself there, Blade?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
Pretty
But
good.
yeah,
Good stuff, my good cook. Kamikaze, he's got the Reapers on, but the Reapers clearly don't help him out as he gets dribbled easily. The Dragons go up by 1. Oh, I mean the Griffins. My apologies. Both birds.
yeah. I mean, just a little. It was an overcommit in the midfield, and just Silfra putting it in the back of the net, just keeping it easy. It's definitely not as easy as it looks. That's a shot anybody can miss at any given time.
You got that right. Silfra gets demoed. I think that was on purpose because his name. Just kidding. Goat here. A little bit of time. Gonna pop it up, but he is by himself. Kamikaze was sniffing his teammate's boost. Izanami gets a decent dribble, but doesn't go towards the net, unfortunately. Gets a little spun out as Goat has a little bit of time. Gets past Izanami. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Oh my goodness, he's just up. As he's flying, he gets one touch, allowing Silfra to turn on the ball here. Good 50. And by good, I don't mean bad, because got Kamikaze some time here for a double tap, but he doesn't get it. Silfra passing it out to his teammate. Good touch by Goat to send it in the corner. Kamikaze's there. Wait, Kamikaze Mook. Okay, I just had to slow pronounce his name. Just making sure.
On the miss there though, but the Dragons they've been got a couple decent 50s so far to get it down in the Griffins half, but haven't been able to make anything of it yet. It's just been kind of just feeling each other out as Kamikaze takes that off of Sulfur in the midfield and almost drops in for a goal, but Izanami can't find anything with the follow up. But we had that one goal in early from Sulfur, and it's just been kind of really quiet ever since.
Yeah, I will say that's what I enjoy about Adept League is, as we say, quiet ever since. It's the caster curse. 2-0.
Yeah, just another one. Ball came back the other way, and Goat with enough of a touch to put that one into the net. Not a whole lot to say about it. Good finish.
Yeah, just the floater. And as I was saying before I was interrupted by that goal there, was that I enjoy Adept League because you really get a sense for both teams looking to feel each other out. Obviously, in the game, by feel each other out, Goat, I think the Griffins have the Dragons number here in game number 1.
Yeah, it's really looking like that right now. Just finding a lot of open nets, and when they are finding these open nets, they're putting the ball in the net, and it's good when you have those kind of nights, when you have those kind of easy shots, and those easy shots are also going in, because there are nights when they don't. As the Dragons do get one back.
You know, lots of time still for the Dragons. As it was a unfortunate touch by Sofra, sending it right out to Kamikaze Mook. Now, Blade, I have a question for you. Are you an anime enjoyer?
Oh yeah, sometimes I don't necessarily watch a whole lot, but like I like anime when I do watch it.
Okay, I don't watch any anime. That's why I thought I'd ask: is Izanami an anime-inspired name?
I mean it sounds Japanese, but I mean I would also say I do not know enough about anime to know whether it is or isn't.
Fair enough. Either way, big demo coming out from Sofra, 4-1. He's nice turnaround by him, allowing for a demo and giving him plenty of space.
Yeah, certainly just a good play. Sulfur's been in position where he's needed to be just about at every point in this game, and it's converted for him as he takes this off the wall and almost gets the air dribble, but Izanami's there to stop him.
And what I like so far in this game is both players for the Griffins are playing their roles respectively pretty evenly on the scoreboard. Ooh, and just not a great touch off the wall. Izanami brings the game to 2 goals.
Yeah, definitely a giveaway from, I'd say, from Sulfur there, and good conversion from Izanami to take that, get it to the net, and put it in. Cuts that lead in half. A little over 90 seconds to go. It's not over for them just yet.
Well, let's see if Izanami can go Super Saiyan. Get it? Dragon Ball. That's an anime. I don't know if he'll be able to. But he gets a nice 50 there as he sends it out middle. Nice touch from Silpha, keeping things slow. You like to see that from the Depth League. As I say that, he's flying up in the air. But Goat, his teammate, looks to send it out, but Kamikaze Mook says no sir. Izanami with a touch, but it doesn't go quite on the net. They have a minute left, and we'll see if anything can turn around for the Dragons here. He gets a nice touch, but Silver's there in a good position to make sure that ball doesn't go anywhere near the net. It's a nice touch, but Izanami seems like he's turning on his teammate as he goes for a 50 on his teammate? That's alright, Kamikaze. Looking for a fake and
Whoa.
beautiful
Whoa.
goal. We have a 1-goal game.
Yeah, we do with 29 seconds left. I mean, that's, I have to say, a great show of skill there. I mean, that's fantastic mechanics, just sadly on the wrong net there. But I do have here from production, they're telling me here that, they're telling in Twitch chat that Izanami is a creator deity in Japanese mythology. As Kamikaze decides to score again, interrupting me as I'm trying to teach Twitch chat to tie this game up with 19 seconds left.
Oh my goodness. Would you look at that? 2 goals in under a minute. The pressure was on the Dragons. But like I said, anime reference, he went Super Saiyan. Even though it was Kamikaze who went for that boost. You know what? I mean, technically the oh my.
Ooh, Silfra.
I just gotta
With
be
the
quiet.
ice. With the ice.
The Griffins, they do not allow this plot to unfold as they say, "Nuh-uh, we're bringing that lead back with 7 seconds left." Griffins retake the lead. Back in the Griffins' corner.
Izanami needs a
Now we're in
touch.
0
Got
seconds.
it.
Needs to keep it up, but
Oh.
big demo. Griffins take game number 1.
What a spectacular last 30 seconds that we had there. Really started looking really dire for the Dragons there. They bring it back, and then to lose it like that. Sulfra getting his hat trick on that one. A lot of critical goals. He had the shots that he did take. He put a couple in that he needed to.
No, exactly. And everyone was playing the rules in this game so far, but I will say Silfra, shout out to him. He had the most shots, almost doubling everybody in the game. And to be fair, everyone did have a decent amount of shots, with 3 out of the 4 players getting 5 shots. Silfra with 9. And most of the saves came out from the Dragons, which is interesting because the score was only 1 goal. But yeah, I'm excited to see how game number 2 plays out here. I don't think by any means the Dragons are lagging behind, but we'll see how things get played out. Game number 2 is being played on the Aquadome once again.
Yeah.
We'll get into game number 2. Everyone's joining up the lobby. And what do you think the Dragons have to bring into game number 2 to adjust their gameplay? Do you think they have to continue the path they were from last game, or is there anything they have to change majorly?
I really think that getting a quick start like this that they didn't have last game, I think is going to be really critical. As Goat comes off with a nice air dribble and just gets it by the or excuse me, that was the Griffins. Excuse me, these colors are throwing me off a little bit.
Too many birds, am I right?
Yeah. I don't know why the colors. I think that they're backwards, but that's the kind of start. Well, there.
Oh my
That's the
goodness!
start that they need.
Kamikaze with a beautiful dribble, bringing right back. Oh man, the 2 goals that we've seen in this game so far have both been excellent. One was an air dribble, getting super risky for the Griffins as they both were up, but a beautiful dunk. And then Kamikaze with an excellent dribble, bringing the game back to a tie game. Only 30 seconds have passed. Things have already spiced up.
Yeah, certainly, and it's going to be seeing if the Dragons can, if they can build on this, find another one that felt like that they were having to do a lot of responding. I don't know if they necessarily had a lead in that first game, as Izanami just missing on the double tap there, but those are the ones that they got to get in, try to get this early lead, as Silfra almost has an attempt on that there.
Yeah, and he was pulling a little bit of dribbles out himself, but wasn't able to quite turn things around for a goal. As Silfra passes it out to Izanami, but Izanami's on the Dragons.
Yeah, and there's the lead that they really haven't had this series at all, and I think that's going to do a lot for their confidence. That see if they can extend this to 2. Now they're not responding, that they can have some control and can take a little bit of time, that the time is going to be on their side, that they won't have to be fighting against it being in the lead.
Oh, exactly. Silly Silfra. Oh my goodness. Izanami keeping the pressure up, and it's a 2-goal lead for the Dragons in game number 2.
Yeah, 2 quick strikes. He's had 2 in the last 20 seconds. Extend that lead to 2. This is definitely the kind of pressure that the Dragons need to keep up. If they can keep up this kind of energy, this Griffins offense, I mean, outside of that first air dribble goal right off of kickoff, that there really has not been a lot of Griffins offense.
Oh, you got that right, Blade. Oh my goodness, Kamikaze puts them up by 3 goals. The Griffins have a family.
Just no mercy here. I feel like that they don't want to risk a comeback. They want to bury this and feel like they can get this as safe as they can as soon as they can. And Griffin's got to do something, because this can get out of hand and could start getting real ugly real quick.
Dragons are making a statement in game number 2. Oh my goodness. What are the Griffins going to do to stop the bleeding?
they gotta do something. Really, I think just with the pace of goals here, it's been 4 goals in the last 50 seconds. Just try to slow it down. There's still more than half the game left. If they've scored 5 in that time, it's totally possible that you can come back and score 5. You just can't freak out, and you gotta relax. Just bring it back 1 goal at a time. But this Dragons offense is going to be tough to put on defense.
Yeah, you got that right. Well said. Nice play by Izanami to send it out to Kamikaze, but definitely a risky play, but great touch by Silver to keep things level-headed here. Goat looking for a 50, and he gets it. Gets set up in the air, but Kamikaze's just up. Puts it far left. Silver has to dive for that. Izanami keeping things slow, but he dribbles his teammate. Having to send things back into their own corner. He clearly has a hole in his car because he drove past it. Good 50 out for the Dragons. As Silfra unfortunately gets a... My goodness! He gets a side flip and Izanami doesn't get any power on that shot. I think he was honestly going to go off the side post.
I think he thought he had more time. I think he thought he just had. I think he thought he just had an open net there, and thought he just had to throw one on Cage and it would go in. Not expecting Goat to get back and actually get his car on that ball.
I think he would have had that on net if he actually put it on net. But no hate for the team as they are still up by 4 goals, and by 4, I mean 3.
It's late, but it's doable. I mean, it's not over, but waiting till just a little over a minute left to score your second one when you need to score at least 3 more to take it into overtime is certainly not making it easy on yourself.
Yes, sir. And I had to zone out a little bit there. My apologies, Blade, but the zone things back in here. Izanami puts it out into a decent spot where he's able to follow up. I think it's very interesting how Game 2 is being played out right now, as the Dragons were clearly in control, as in the first game the standout team was the Griffins. Whatever they chatted about after game number 1 clearly has worked out for the Dragons so far, as a beautiful pass comes out, but Silfra gets a nice touch out, but
Ooh.
oh my goodness, Kamikaze follows up. 6-2, 20 seconds left.
Yeah, that's definitely feels like that one's probably going to be the nail in the coffin. Good to see Kamikaze not giving up on that play, just making sure they get that goal. I mean, up by 4, 20 seconds left. It's the perfect response. Oh, and they're gonna add to it. Okay.
So Blade, you don't think that the 3-goal lead with 20 seconds left was the nail in the coffin, eh? You didn't think that was it?
Anything's possible, but I mean, look, but now we're getting to the point where we're talking like, you need 2 seconds per kickoff, and like, even if you do get a perfect kickoff there, like 2 seconds is even pushing it there, like, and you need to get 5 of those in a row. I mean, sure, theoretically possible, but you know,
I like your attitude. I like your attitude. Series 1-1. Dragons dominate game number 2.
It's the way they had to respond.
Exactly. Really well said. I think, the Dragons kind of took our advice there by responding, in such a way that, the Griffins are kind of in a position here where they themselves have to, sit back here and chat and figure out what the plan is for game number 3.
Yeah, it's going to be finding offense. The Griffins had 3 shots that game. 2 of those went in, but also one of those was that air dribble 7 seconds into the game. So they had 1 shot in the first 7 seconds. and then 2 in the following 4 minutes and 53 seconds.
Yeah, I think
That's that's not going to win you a carball game.
yeah, the Griffins played well in the first minute or so, but things definitely turned around in the Dragons' favor. I'm very interested to see how things get played out in here in game number 3. I keep hopping in the spectator chat. I don't know if people would be really interested in listening to what I have to say. Unless they are. In that
Okay.
case, just hop into the Twitch chat because then you can listen to me. Man. Game number 3. Great 50 out, or great kickoff, I should say, for the Dragons as Kamikaze looks for a nice bump. Goat looking to follow things up as the ball is in the midfield. Silpha, aerials, passes out to Goat. Ball is touched out by Silpha again. He backflips off the side wall, but puts himself in a decent position to follow up. Kamikaze had a little bit of space, but Goat says no, sir. He's looking for a light touch there. Silpha's looking to keep the pressure up. He has a decent amount of boost. Picks up the 100 boost in the corner and gets a nice block out that sends the ball pinched out back into Dragon's corner. Izanami playing things slow. The Griffins have definitely refined their offense here, but
Ooh.
definitely not the defense. Dragons first one to score.
Yeah, it feels like both of these teams have kind of figured out what they need to do to score on each other, and I think it started off a little slow there, but quick pass into the middle, dunk it into the net. It almost doesn't get any simpler than that, and it's good to see the Dragons getting a team play there as well.
Yeah, I think the way to kind of assess that play was Silpha just wasn't in a great position to read that ball, as it did roll up off the side wall, which basically went right over his head, unfortunately, allowing an easy goal for the Dragons.
Ooh.
Kamikaze looking to dribble things, but sends it off the crossbar, channeling his inner Athena. Izanami with a great catch there. Didn't have a lot of boost. Was able to get a little bit of a touch there. Silpha's looking to follow things up. Izanami with a nice heads-up play. Yeah, definitely a different game being played here. What do you think so far, Blade?
Yeah, I mean, definitely a lot slower, and in both of the games that we've had so far, there was a lot more scoring. I mean, even more than this is Goat ties it up at 1 here with just with 2:52 remaining here. I don't know how many goals we're really going to see. I feel like this might end up being a low-scoring game.
Come on, Blade. I need a little more excitement here, my friend. It's a 1-goal game right now with still half the game to be played.
Yeah, this one still this one feels a lot more like a chess match almost. That there's a lot more slow plays too as well. That they're taking their time with this. They're really thinking this out. Really trying to set up passing plays and up into the middle as well.
Yeah, a lot more moving parts. Game number 3 here. Kamikaze looking for a great pass out to Izanami, but Goat with the heads-up play to get that blocked. Silpha looking for boost, and Goat's there for a clear empty net. Griffins take the lead in game number 3.
Did that deflect off one of the
Yeah, it did.
off one of the Dragons on its way through? Oh my goodness! And who knows if that ball actually even gets to Goat in the spot that it does if there's not that deflection.
Yeah, just an unfortunate touch there for the Dragons. It went perfectly out to Goat. Silpha looking to keep the pressure up, but he's light on boost. Izanami had a decent touch there, but wasn't quite on net.
Yeah, still just a lot more slow play, but there's that one was intentional right there, trying to set up Silpher on a redirect, and one's popped up off the backboard. Can he find the second touch? He can't. Goat can't find the rebound out in front either, and the ball will just bounce there, and Izanami's just gonna push it forward. A little over a minute left. They're gonna need to find something, as both of them were up there and could be caught out coming back. If you're the Dragons, when do you really when do you push? When do you go all out? When do you leave yourself open to being caught out from behind there? As Silpher stops that.
No, exactly. I mean, like you said, like this game has been much different so far. The only goals that have been scored, I mean, the Griffins did take the lead on a mistake by the Dragons, but Kamikaze with a beautiful dribble off the crossbar.
Yeah, just a fantastic solo play, and gets the bounce off the crossbar he needs. It bounces, but it bounces into the net, and that's all you need really. And with 30 seconds, they got it tied up, and do have a chance in this game as he tries to set it up front for Izanami, who goes up, can't find the double tap there, and go with it the other way. I mean, we're down to the last 15 seconds. Do you think we may even make it to overtime?
Man, this is what I love about the Adept League, my friend. Every single time I watch Adept League, we have some interesting series. And this is by no means an outlier, as we have overtime in game number 3. Both teams looking to take the series up by 1. Definitely a chess match happening for both teams.
Yeah, and a lot more low-scoring affair. The first game finished with 9 goals. The second game finished with 9 goals, and this game, by matter of circumstance, will finish with 5 goals one way or the other. As Silpher sends it one way and not the other into the Dragon's net.
Oh my goodness. Like we were talking about, this game was being played as a chess match, and it really came down to who makes the first mistake, as the Griffins were able to capitalize. They had a clear open net. They take the series 2-1 so far. Series point now for the Griffins. Dragons are the ones down here. Much better game by both teams.
Yeah, and it looking at the shot total, 7 for each team. What sticks out to me is that there were less shots in this game than what the Dragons took last game. The Dragons took 16 shots last game, and there were 14 in this one. Completely different game. Yeah, completely different game. A lot more methodical. I think that they know what to expect out of each other now, and are really also trying to rely on what works. The Dragons, it's really been some passing plays, and for the Griffins, it's been those counterattacks. Really, is some of those cheating up in the midfield, getting some of those weird 50s where they're not really expecting it, and it's who's gonna do that more effectively.
Exactly. No, unfortunately, Kamikaze's 8 ping wasn't able to capitalize for him, as the Griffins kept the pressure up, keeping an eye on the mistakes that Dragons make. Kamikaze looking for a nice little touch here, but great block out, not allowing the ball to go anywhere near the net. I guess I should say in the direction of the net, because it was pretty close to it. Silpher looking to slow things down. But Izanami's there to keep the pressure up for the Dragons. Nice touch out. Great play by Silpha. He's looking to send things out to the left end of his corner so he can have some boost. Take things off the corner, but just happens to go out to Goat, but he just says, you know what, Dragons, here, take the ball for now. I don't really want to deal with this right now.
Oh, backflip.
Oh, I was going to say, I thought both the Dragons were up, and there was another mistake allowing for another goal for the Griffins, but Izanami was there to keep things at a 0-goal game as 1 minute has passed so far. Blade, I got a little beverage in my hand. What are you drinking tonight?
I got a cup of water next to me. That's what I'm drinking tonight.
Water. You know what?
Water, but that's just how I say it. I don't know what water is. Yeah, I think that's how other people say it.
Oh my goodness, speaking of water, Kamikaze's got the drip as he gets a nice little touch out there from Izanami with a beautiful pass. What do you think about my puns?
I hear them. I appreciate you keeping up the effort to keep making them. They make me giggle a little bit, but I don't know what puns you're talking about.
Well, how about that? Well, how about the drip pun?
Oh,
we're talking about water. How about that?
Oh yeah,
hear
no, I
that?
understand. Yeah. Oh no, I've been hearing them.
Okay. Well, you know what? As long as you appreciate them, my friend.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, I'd like to keep things entertaining. Speaking of entertaining, game number 4 is just about to be tied as Kamikaze can't touch it. Half the game has been played, and the game is tied.
Yeah, this one's looking like it's gonna be another low scoring one, but it's looking like it's kind of shaping up like it did last time. This could be exciting, and they Dragons, yeah, fighting for their series lives here.
Oh, you said it. The Griffins definitely playing well, but the Dragons showing out a little
Ooh.
bit better so far. But just lucky that didn't go in his own net. As Izanami looks to pass it over Goat. Goat doesn't get a great touch. Kamikaze's there to keep pressure up, but Silpha playing a little bit of boomer ball. Kamikaze and Izanami both looking to 50 each other. Just a heads up, guys, you are on the same team. Izanami with a little bit of space, but gives it right to Silpha. Silpha dodges the demo, and by dodges I mean just drive straight. Because Izanami he was the one who missed the demo. Oh,
Yeah.
Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, no, this has been. It feels like even slower than last game. Even I mean, it feels like it's been forever since we've had a goal. And I don't think we're gonna find one there. But it's now it's really gonna be who's gonna make the mistake. Both of these teams have been looking pretty clean, and yeah, couple mistakes, nothing too bad. But which one's gonna get punished?
That's exactly it, right? And you know what? By much slower game, but by no means does that mean less interesting.
Oh no, not at all.
Izanami looks to get it past Silpha, and he does. He gets an extra touch that he didn't need. Oh no! He's gonna want to pull it back.
The patience, I think, from Goat there to not rush at that ball on the goal line. He could have very easily own goaled that, and he waited patiently for that ball to come and push its way out of the net off of that post before he made any touch. It was just a very smart play. I'd want to say not an easy play. That's a ball I'd be rushing towards.
Well said, as Goat gets a beautiful touch, keeping the pressure up, allowing Silpha to put it on in an empty net. Kamikaze, not a great pressure, as that was definitely a risky play. The Griffins are up by 1 goal.
Yeah, and there's not a lot of time for the Dragons. They're gonna have to work quick, but they've done that before. Responding after a Griffin's goal is something that they've done many a time before, and they could very well do it again. But it's going to take a bit of work, and that's going to be a good start there. I think they have one last rush here.
5 seconds left. We count it down. Kamikaze. Oh, unfortunately, the ball rolls, and the Griffins take the series.
Oh, yeah. It looked like that they struggled to get the ball up off the ground there at the end, and they got not a bad 50, but just one that couldn't make it to that ramp before time expired, and that's rough. That's real rough if you're the Dragons.
Oh, that's exactly it. Just unfortunate for the Dragons, but what can we say about the Griffins? Definitely taking a point. Definitely taking a great series here. They needed it as they were about to go 4-4 if they lost it, but they now have 5-1 as we enter week 9
5-3.
next week. Or, sorry, 5-3. My mistake.
That's all right. No
As
worries.
as we end week number 5 here. Sorry,
Week number
season
9.
number 5, week number 9.
There we go.
I'm getting there.
Casper
Blade,
math.
I I'm not very good with my numbers, Blade. What did you think about that game so far, or that series?
I just really, I mean, the glowing performance from the Dragons in game 2, but the grit the grit shown by the Griffins, their 3 wins, all 1-goal wins, all hard-fought games. Game 1, they scored the winner with 7 seconds to go. Game 3, they scored 28 seconds into overtime. Game 4, they scored the winner with 25 seconds left. I mean, that's ice.
You got that right.
That's what it is. That's ice. And if you got ice at this part of the season, that makes you dangerous.
That's exactly it. Well said, my friend. I do think that's the big thing the Griffins had for that series was they weren't too afraid, you know. The Dragons were the ones that you saw kind of, you know, all they were the kind of the ones making a little bit of the mistakes and, you know, not really dealing with the pressure well. The Griffins are the ones that speaking of Griffins, I think we actually have an interview to speak with the 2 gentlemen that won that game, won that series. I think we'll be able to bring them over shortly. As we have them here, gentlemen. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank
And
you.
how do you feel about week number 9's win here against the Dragons?
Pretty. You want this one?
Sure, pretty great. We're ready to reverse sweep the season. So season starting off a little weak, and the last few games have all gone real well. So
you'd love to see that.
Hard fought.
Were you guys 0-4 to start the season?
I think 3.
0-3. Okay, gentlemen, that's not bad at all. As we, Blade, do you have any questions for the Griffins here?
What was it that you think got you these wins? Because I mentioned it. I mean, I don't know if you heard this, but I mean, I mentioned that the late goals that you guys were getting. Yet once it happens, twice is a coincidence. But I mean, 3 times you guys scored within the last 30 seconds or in overtime to win. Where'd you find the ice?
So we just know that we can score at any given time, and it's a lot easier if we just not panic in the last minute, last 30 seconds, regardless if we're down, if we're up, if we need a goal or anything like that. It was just we communicate really well and we move around each other really well. And Silver just kind of lets me monkey. So
I think that's well said, especially when you're, under a minute left and you're looking for that ice or, put yourself up by 1 goal. Just not panic. right? And you saw a little bit of that from the Dragons. Is there any more teams that you're looking to face, or anybody you'd like to, kind of shout out? You're looking to to take a victory over in the Adept League coming up with the last couple or seasons.
I'm still fairly new. This is only my second season, first time in Adept, so I haven't
Okay,
really
well,
got to see
welcome.
very many people. So I'd like to play
Same.
KJ if he ever comes back, but
Okay, we got a couple.
Same as my first season too, but I will shout out this game because this was probably our hardest one.
yeah, this one
Okay.
was the toughest.
Especially with
Even
those 8 ping 50s, man, you kind of had to pre-flip all of them so hard.
And yeah, well said. No, I appreciate the series you guys put on for us. And a couple of newbies for the seasons. Hey, you know what? Look, definitely be keeping an eye out on Silpha, and I'll call you Goat if that's all
yeah,
right.
that's totally fine. Goat is totally fine.
Perfect. Blade, any final talking points for the Griffins?
No, I mean, I just think you guys play well, and it seems like you're getting hot at the right time. I mean, but I think you guys might be dangerous going into playoffs.
Trying to make the late season push.
Excellent. All right, gentlemen, thank you so much for stopping by here for a quick interview. That'll be it for tonight for Frontier Doubles League. Definitely catch us tomorrow for some more action. It has been Oddly and Blade. Blade, any final words here?
No, outside of just, I hope everyone has a wonderful evening.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much.
You guys too.
Later.